Alright, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys and gals. And today what I have for everyone is my full review of the Ausdom M06 Bluetooth headphones. Now, let me just give y'all some insight as to how the review process goes. Typically when I pick up a device, I do my unboxing and first impressions video, and then I start my review process. And when I feel like I got a handle on everything I want to talk about with you guys and gals, then it's full review time. So without further ado, let's get into this full review. Jumping right into it, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall build quality and design of these headphones. Now, from a build quality and design standpoint, I have to say Ausdom did a great job. There's no rattling or creaking of any kind, even though these headphones are made out of all plastic, and all of the buttons have a nice clicky and responsive feedback to them. So it's really nice. Really nice. So in terms of the build quality, these headphones are really solid. Talking about the design, these headphones are really solid as well, and everything is located exactly where you would expect it to be. So on this side, the left side, you have your skip next track, play pause controls, and on the right side here, you have your power on off, you got your volume up and down, you got your microphone. On the rear, you got your aux jack there, and you also have your micro USB charging port on this side as well. Now I apologize because black doesn't show up too well on camera, but it's right here underneath this flap, micro USB charging port. So everything is exactly where you would expect it to be, and I really like the placement of the aux jack because it makes it out of the way, and I like the placement of the micro USB charging port because that makes it really convenient, especially when the rechargeable battery is about to die. So really good build quality and really good design. Good stuff, Ausdom. Up next now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the core features of these headphones. Now, core feature number one is this guy incorporates Bluetooth connectivity in it. In particular, this guy has Bluetooth version 4.0 technology in it. So you can let that hashtag cableless lifestyle, which is always good to see, because don't nobody want to be snagging on cables and tripping over cables. Don't want to be doing that. We want to be free out here. Core feature number two, this guy incorporates a rechargeable battery, so you don't have to swap in and out batteries. It's always good to see. Just plug it in like you do your smart devices, and you'll be good to go. Core feature number three, this guy has a built-in mic, which means that you can make and receive phone calls and interact with your smart devices using your voice if they have a function that lets you do that, like Google Now, which is for Android, Cortana, which is for Windows, Siri is for iOS, so on and so forth. Always good to use that. Good stuff. And number four, as I already mentioned, you have an aux jack, and what's really nice here is that this aux jack works without needing to provide power to the headphones. So when the battery is low and you still want to keep rocking out, or you want to keep making phone calls, just plug in your aux cable, plug it into your device's headphone jack, even though the headphone jack is going the way of the dinosaur these days, and you should be good to go. So really good stuff there, and some really solid core features. Now, up next, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall sound quality, volume, and the bass. Now, when we talk about the overall sound quality, I have to say these headphones are really good. Whether it was on the lower end of the sound spectrum or the higher end of the sound spectrum, the sound quality stayed very crisp and clear throughout, with no distortion on the low or the high ends. So that was really nice to see. Now, talking about the overall volume, I have to say these headphones got really loud as well, and again stayed very crisp and clear throughout, so the volume on these is really nice. Moving on, talking about the bass, I have to say overall, in my opinion, the bass on these headphones are good. And the reason why I say good and not great is because the bass on these headphones tends to be a little soft until you get into the upper volumes. I found that within my experience, the bass didn't really come alive till about 75%, and it didn't start banging good till about 100%. So that's why I say that the bass on these headphones is good, not great. Now, they could have made it better if they tweaked the bass so it comes alive at the lower volumes, like anywhere from about 35 to 55 and up. But the fact that I have to crank these into the higher volumes is why I feel like the bass takes a little bit of a hit. But it is what it is. Up next now, let's talk about the overall comfort of these headphones. Now, in my particular testing, I found that I could wear these headphones very comfortably for about 3 to 5 hours before they get uncomfortable to the point where I need to take them off and give my ears a little bit of a break. And that's pretty good when you put that into perspective, because 3 to 5 hours gives me enough time to watch a few Netflix movies or some Hulu, binge watch a lot of anime episodes, take a bunch of phone calls, and still be comfortable. So 3 to 5 hours of overall comfort while using these headphones is really, really good. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the overall mic quality in these headphones. Now, mic quality wise, again, I have to say that these headphones were really, really good. I didn't have any issues while I was interacting with my smart devices using my voice or making or receiving phone calls, and callers could not distinguish between the mic on the headphones and the mics in any of my smartphones through the built-in receiver. So that just goes to show you that the mic on these headphones, at least in my opinion, is top-notch. So again, good job there, Ausdom. Now, moving on. The next I want to cover for you guys now is I want to go over the overall pairing process. And this pairing process is pretty much universal. As long as you have a device that has built-in Bluetooth connectivity, these steps will work regardless. So these steps will look a little bit different across the operating systems, but these steps are universal. So you can pair it to things like a smartphone, which is what I'm going to use here. You can do it to a tablet. You could do it to a laptop. You could do it to a desktop, as long as that desktop has built-in Bluetooth functionality. You can even do it to your car, as long as your car has built-in Bluetooth connectivity. These steps are universal. They just look different across the platforms and across the operating systems. But anyways, the first thing you want to do when prepping your device to connect up to the headphones, I'm using Android today, but you want to just go in, turn on your Bluetooth, and press and hold. Click off the checkbox. Then you want to make your device visible by clicking off the next checkbox that makes your device visible. Then this guy is ready now. Now, over on the headphones, all you want to do now is press and hold, and you're going to get a few audible cues. It's going to power on. You'll get a nice audible cue there, and then you want to keep pressing and holding till you see the red and blue LED begin to flash. That means that it's in pairing mode, and you'll get a nice audible cue letting you know that it's in pairing mode as well. So we're pressing and we're holding. And there we go. Now it's in pairing mode. Okay? Now, back on your device, if it timed out already, now I've already connected these. I disconnected it so y'all can see the pairing process. But if it timed out already, you can just go in, hit the hamburger menu, or if you're on a Samsung device, you could just hit rescan. If it's still scanning, you should see it pop up, and this is what you're looking for, Ausdom M06. So all you gotta do, I'm just gonna rescan to make sure that that clears itself out, and it's good. So you wanna just tap Ausdom M06 to start the pairing process. You'll get an audible tone when it's connected, and you should be good to go. And there you go. And now on the device, you can see it says connected to phone, and you can use it for phone calls and media. Vice versa, if you don't want to use it for phone calls, you just jump into the settings and check off the phone calls feature, and then you'll just be able to use it for music listening and movie watching. So I just wanted to cover that as well. and that pretty much goes over the pairing process, and now you can begin to use these headphones however you would like. Really straightforward and really easy once you get the hang of it. Now, moving on, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall Bluetooth range and Bluetooth strength. And I have to say, now in particular when we talk about the range, the manufacturer quoted in the user manual and on the box that these headphones have a built-in range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And I found that as long as I was inside of the designated range, these headphones worked without issue. So the overall range and strength on these headphones is really, really good. But I do want to point out that if you're in areas with a ton of interference, so if you're in your room and you got your desktop going, you got your laptop going, you got your TV on, a lot of that stuff generates its own signal interference. So to get the best performance out of these headphones, you want to try to eliminate as much interference as possible. If you're in areas with a lot of interference, I recommend that you just plug in with the aux jack and you keep doing your thing. But as long as you're in areas with little to no interference, you shouldn't have any problems. So again, the overall Bluetooth range and strength on these headphones is really, really good, and just be mindful of interference. Next now, I just want to talk about the overall durability of these headphones. Now, I've had these headphones for about 2 weeks, give or take a day or so, and I have to say, in that time, these headphones have been through the ringer. Now, I have yet to drop them, but I am super clumsy, and I do have a tendency to fall asleep with my headphones on, and I am a really bad sleeper, and these headphones have really stood the test of time. Also, as I said, I'm very clumsy, and I like to wear these when I do things like I'm doing housework, cleaning up the kitchen, taking out the trash, so on and so forth. So these guys have been banged on cabinets, they've been nicked on doors, and they still look and function as if brand new. Now they're a little dirty, and I got a few small scratches here, but they still look and function as if brand new. So that's just a testament to the overall durability. Now, you guys stay tuned, because I will be updating you guys down in the comments as to how these headphones hold up over time. So I'll be sending you guys updates down below in the comments. But all in all, I have to say that the durability of these headphones so far has been really good. Up next now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the overall battery life and the overall charge times. Now, in terms of the charge times, the manufacturer stated in the user manual that these headphones should take about 2 to 3 hours to reach a full charge. Now, disclaimer, I have recently converted all of my chargers to either turbocharging or some form of quick charge. So your guys' results may vary if you use the standard cable and a standard charger. If you use a turbocharger or some form of quick charging, your results will probably fall in line with mine. That being said, in terms of the charge times, where the manufacturer said it would take 2 to 3 hours to reach a full charge, I found that in my particular testing, from completely dead, it takes about 2 hours. From as soon as I get that low battery warning, which is just a nice audible tone, and then this light will turn red and begin to flash, and it'll give you that audible tone. It's like a beep. It'll give you that audible tone about 6 to 10 times before it powers off. As long as you connect these guys into the charger, as soon as you get that audible tone, then you're looking at probably a charge time of about an hour and 50 minutes to an hour and 55 minutes. If you let these guys get completely dead, then you're looking at a charge time of about 2 hours. And I got those numbers pretty consistently. So that's decent charge times. I like to see it be a little bit better, but it's decent. Now, talking about the overall battery life, now in my particular testing, I tested these guys at 50% volume and 100% volume. At 100% volume, I found that I was only able to listen to these headphones at small spurts of up to 5 hours, at which point combining all my usage times together, I got on average about 20 hours at 100% volume. And using it at 100% volume, and in that way, 5 hours a day, it lasted about 4 days. And I got 20 hours of usage time. Now, talking about continuous usage, that's when I bumped it down to 50% volume. And 50% volume continuous usage style, I was able to get upwards of 35 hours. So I was averaging anywhere from about 20 to 35 hours at 50% volume with continuous use. Alright? So as long as you find that sweet spot between comfortable volume and battery life, you should get some really good battery life out of these headphones. So the battery on these headphones is top notch. And that's really good considering that the manufacturer stated that these guys should get about 20 hours of battery life. And I was really happy to see that I'm averaging between 20 and 35 hours of battery life. Keep in mind now, you guys' results may vary because everybody uses their devices and products differently. Alright, so that covers the charge times and the overall battery life. Now, let's just talk about some positives and some negatives. Then we're going to talk about the price, and I'm going to wrap it up and give you guys my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. So let me summarize these positives real quick. Now, this headphone does a really good job at the basics. You have some really good build quality. You got some really good sound quality and volume. You got a really good microphone in this guy. You got really good Bluetooth range and a really good Bluetooth strength. You also have the addition of an aux jack that works even without providing power to the headphones. So that's really, really top notch. So regardless of whatever you want to use these headphones for, whether it be music listening or taking phone calls and so forth, you should be good to go. So really, really good qualities there. Now, in terms of the negatives, really there are just a few, okay? Number one is the fact that you can only pair this guy up to one device at a time. So there is no dual pairing functionality in these headphones. So I was really sad to see that because in general, I typically have about 2 to 3 smartphones on me, and I like to keep 2 smartphones paired up to whatever headphones or earbuds I'm reviewing at the time. So I was kind of bummed out to see that I could only pair up one device at a time. So that's a negative there. Negative number 2, the overall battery life, or not battery life, the overall charge times, in my opinion, could be a little bit faster. So maybe for the next generation Ausdom, you guys can incorporate some type of quick charge into the headphones. Now, an hour and 55 minutes to 2 hours isn't bad, but I'd like to see that number come down by at least 30 minutes. So if y'all can get it to like an hour to an hour and a half, that would take these charge times from good to great. So those are really the only 2 negatives that stuck out to me during my time with these headphones. So that pretty much covers the positives and the negatives. Up next now, just want to talk about the price and give you guys my final thoughts. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I picked these guys up via Amazon, and I am an Amazon Prime customer. So what does that mean? That means that on Amazon, on Prime eligible products, I get free 2-day shipping. If you're not an Amazon Prime customer, you still have to factor in your shipping and your handling and your taxes. But because I am an Amazon Prime customer, I just have to worry about the taxes because I get the free 2-day shipping. That being said, I paid at checkout, I paid about $41 and some change. I think the exact price was, $41.16, I think. Just call it 42 to be safe. But that being said, you guys are probably wondering, for that price of about $41, $42, can I recommend that you guys pick up these Bluetooth headphones? And for that price, I'd have to say yes. Because at the end of the day, for that price, you're getting an overall solid pair of headphones and you're not breaking the bank. So can I recommend that you guys pick up these Bluetooth headphones? I'd have to say yes. Now, lastly, again, I just want to send a big shout out to Canada 3000 for recommending that I pick up these headphones and put them through the review process. So, Canada 3000, if you were on the fence about picking up these guys, go ahead and pick them up. You should really enjoy them. That being said, that pretty much does it for my full review. If you guys and gals enjoyed the video, please help your boy out and give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, because you never really know what's going to happen when I push record, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you get notified when I post new videos. As always, if this video has piqued your interest, and please be sure to check out the video description. It's going to be like a one-stop shop down there, and you'll be able to find these headphones at some really great prices. So if your interest is piqued, please hit up the video description and you should be good to go. And lastly, if you guys and gals know anyone out there looking for some high quality, affordable devices and products at some really great prices, please share with them my channel, because I'm doing this for everyone because we all deserve the best. And also, please be on the lookout for my fit and sound demo. I'll be sure to link that down below in the video description as soon as I'm done with that as well. So please be sure to hit up the video description if y'all want to check that out. That being said, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys and gals in my next video. Peace.